My child, my beloved, leaned in closer. This is not a coincidence. This is not random. Heaven has brought you here for one reason only. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. Don't try to ignore it. Don't think you can push it aside. This message is sealed with your name, and no one else can hear it but you. Don't tell anyone. This is private. This is sacred. This is only for you. Your soulmate's hidden truth has been waiting for the right moment to be revealed, and that moment is now. Heaven says if they walk away from this, they may never know. If they close their ears, the truth will fade forever. You felt it, haven't you? That strange heaviness in your chest. That pull when you look at their name. When you dream of their face. When your soul feels restless without explanation. That was not your imagination. That was your soulmate whispering through the veil of time. That was Archangel Michael trying to lead you toward this moment. And finally, you're here, my beloved. Do not doubt this. Michael himself is shouting, stay, don't skip this. Don't walk away, because what they need to hear is tied to their destiny. The one you love, the one you were bound to in spirit before birth, has been trying to send you signs. Every repeating number, every dream you woke from suddenly, every whisper in your heart that you couldn't explain, those were not accidents. Those were love signals waiting for this message to arrive. God says, this is not just romance. This is not just a feeling. This is a covenant. This is destiny. And right now, there are forces trying to break it. Forces that don't want you to know the truth. That's why Michael had to break through the silence. That's why heaven opened the door. Because your soulmate's truth must be spoken tonight. Stop. Breathe. Do you feel that strange energy wrapping around you? That warmth in your chest? That tingling on your skin? That is confirmation. That is your soul recognizing the voice of truth. You can deny it with your mind, but your spirit knows. And Michael says, they are ready. Speak it now, my beloved. Your soulmate never left you. Even when distance separated you, even when silence filled the air, even when betrayal and confusion tried to convince you otherwise, their soul kept calling for you. Their prayers kept rising for you. And their hidden truth is this. They are still bound to you, still tied to your heart, still carrying your name in their spirit. This is not ordinary love. This is divine design. God carved this bond before you were born. But here is the warning. Someone is trying to stand in the middle. Someone is whispering lies, sowing doubts, hiding truths. If you do not listen, if you do not open your spirit, their interference could cost you what heaven destined for you. Michael shouts louder, do not ignore this. If they leave now, they will walk into the enemy's trap. If they stay, they will see the hidden truth of their soulmate revealed, and nothing will stop the union again. Good. You are still here. That means you are listening. That means your soul is ready to hear what it was afraid to face. Your soulmate is closer than you think, closer than your breath, closer than your heartbeat. Even in silence, even in absence, they have been here. And now they want you to know their hidden truth. My beloved child, do not move away. The words you are reading now are not mine. They are heaven's. Archangel Michael stands behind you, his hand heavy on your shoulder, whispering, stay, my beloved. Stay, my chosen one. Because if they leave now, their truth will vanish into silence. You have been waiting for confirmation. You have been aching for proof. You have whispered, God, show me if they are truly mine. Show me if I am imagining the bond. Show me if I should let go or hold on. And heaven answers here and now. Your soul was never imagined. Your bond was never fake. This is a covenant. But Michael says the hidden truth must be revealed. Your soulmate's silence was not rejection. It was fear. Fear of losing you. Fear of the truth being too much. Fear of the enemy's lies. But their spirit has been crying for you in places words could not reach. And now heaven has given permission. The truth can finally be spoken. Beloved, do you feel it? That sudden heat in your chest? That tug at your soul? That is your spirit recognizing their voice. That is your body remembering what your soul always knew. They never left. They never stopped. And they never will. Your soulmate's hidden truth is this. They are bound to you in a way they cannot escape. They tried to silence it. They tried to deny it. They even tried to walk away. But God's design cannot be erased. Michael says, every road they took still led back to you. Every prayer they whispered still carried your name. Every dream they saw still ended with your face. Someone has tried to block this. A false voice, a shadow pretending to care, a hand weaving lies in the dark. But heaven has pulled the curtain away. Their plans are collapsing even now. The delay was never denial. It was divine protection, so that when this truth reached you, you would be strong enough to carry it. My beloved child, your soulmate's silence has hidden more than words. It has hidden fear. It has hidden longing. It has hidden prayers they whispered for you in secret. They prayed you would not give up. They prayed you would not believe the lies. They prayed you would not walk away before heaven revealed the truth. And now those prayers are being answered through this very moment. Michael warns, tell them if they doubt now, they will regret it forever. Tell them if they stay, their spirit will finally find rest. For the one they love has been loving them in silence, waiting for this opening. Pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Do you see their face? Do you hear their voice? That is not your imagination. That is heaven confirming what your soul already knows. It is them. It has always been them. My beloved, God says, I wrote your name side by side before time began. I tied your fates in a way that no man, no demon, no betrayal can cut. This is not an accident. This is not a coincidence. This is a covenant. This is destiny. But your soulmate's truth is heavier than you think. They carry regret. They carry words unsaid. They carry love they could not release before. And now heaven says, let them know. Reveal it now. Break the silence. And so it is being revealed here through this divine message. Good. You are still reading. Do you know what that means? It means you are ready. It means your spirit can finally handle what was hidden. It means the enemy failed in trying to distract you. And because you stayed, you are about to hear the rest of your soulmate's truth. My beloved, do not let your eyes wander. Now this next part is the deepest confession your soulmate ever feared to speak in life. They held it back, not because they wished to hurt you, but because the truth was heavy and they were not yet ready to carry its consequences. Michael says, tell them the silence was a brace, not a betrayal. The silence was their shield as they learned how to love without breaking. You may feel a sudden ache rise in your chest as these words land. That ache is the place where truth and memory meet. It will hurt, and that is okay. Hurt is the doorway to healing. Their hidden truth is wrapped in that hurt. They withheld their voice because they were afraid of losing you the moment the truth escaped their lips. They feared that honesty might push you away rather than draw you closer. Listen carefully now. Your soulmate has been wrestling with choice after choice, night after night, praying for courage to be honest. They wanted to say everything, but each time their courage rose, a new fear silenced them. Michael says, they begged for time, not to fool you, but to ensure their love would not destroy what it sought to build. That is why their footsteps faded at times. That is why they left doors half closed. This is the core of their truth. They are bound to you, but they are also broken in places they could not mend alone. They feared that revealing their fracture would also reveal their weakness, and they thought weakness would cost your love. But heaven whispers now that weakness is not the end. Weakness is the place where grace meets you both. God says, bring your brokenness into the light. I will knit what is torn. Do you feel the breeze on your skin? That is not just air. That is the spirit of reunion, of permission, of mercy. Your soulmate has been praying for forgiveness and for boldness. They have been pushing through shame like a child finding its voice. And tonight, through this message, they are given permission to speak the truth that will either save or shift everything. They want you to know this. They kept a secret because they were terrified of losing you to the chaos of it. Not because they wanted another life, but because they were trying to protect the life you might have had together until they felt safe to be fully honest. Sometimes love hides its own trembling. Sometimes it mistakes silence for safety. But Michael steps in and says, silence can be as dangerous as betrayal. Speak now before the chance becomes regret. You might see their face as you read this. You might hear a memory replay in your head. Let it happen. Allow remembrance to wash through you so the truth can settle. When it settles, you will taste freedom. And when freedom arrives, so will clarity. God has been preparing both of you for this clarity. Even when neither of you believed it possible, there is more. Honor that courage when it comes. Good. You are still here. Hold on to this moment. The most decisive part of the revelation is ahead. Names will be named, events will line up, and a pathway will be shown. But first, let your heart steady. Let the truth sink in. Let divine mercy prepare you for what comes next. Good, you stayed. Now listen. The part that follows will line up like stars, signs, names, moments, all pointing to what your soul already suspected. First, there will be a small, ordinary thing that breaks open the secret. A message on your phone, a name mentioned in a casual conversation, a paper you find in a drawer. Do not dismiss it. Heaven uses small doors to enter big rooms. When that tiny thing appears, stop everything and pay attention. Michael says that small door is the hinge of your miracle. There will be a name you have not thought of in years, a name that will arrive unexpectedly. It may come from a stranger, a letter, or a forgotten voice message. When you hear it, your chest will tighten. That tightening is the universe confirming the connection. Write it down. Keep it sacred. Do not announce it to the world. Treat it like the treasure it is. Next, look for repeating numbers. Not because numbers have power of their own, but because angels often speak in patterns. Pay attention to the sequence that repeats for you. When you begin to see it everywhere, know this. Heaven is confirming the path. Michael says, when the number returns, so does validation. There will also be a moment of confrontation, not violent, but revealing. A question you've long avoided will be asked by someone who cannot hide the truth anymore. They will stumble over words. Their voice will change. Watch the micro-expressions. They will give away what years of politeness covered. This is the hour of unmasking. When it happens, breathe and do not react in wrath. React with wisdom. Heaven will guide your response if you ask. Your soulmate will finally speak plainly. It might be clumsy, hesitant, apologetic. That is okay. Real love does not come wrapped in perfect speeches. It arrives in broken sentences, in honest confessions, in hands that tremble while they reach for yours. When they speak, meet them with mercy first. Michael commands, mercy opens what accusation closes. There will be proofs that knit the fragments together. Old photos that reveal a pattern. A voice note you forgot you had. A receipt with a name. A witness who suddenly remembers. When proofs arrive, they will not all be dramatic. Many will be small confirmations that together form a mountain of truth. Collect them gently. Store them wisely. Do this now. Write a name on paper. The first name that came to your heart when you read this message. Fold it, place it somewhere safe and pray over it. This is an act of covenant. It anchors heaven to earth. Michael says when they write the name, angels form a cord of protection around that destiny. You may feel angry. You may feel betrayed. That is human and valid. But the first response asked of you is not retribution. It is clarity. Ask God for clarity before you confront. Ask Michael for discernment before you decide. When you move from clarity, your steps will be steady. When you move from outrage, you may be led astray. There will be a place to go. Not always a person to shout at. Sometimes a room to enter, a box to open, a file to read. In that place, you will find an unexpected piece, maybe a letter, maybe a scanned document that shifts the balance. When it appears, Michael's voice will feel close, and you will know you are being led, not just discovering by accident. Prepare yourself spiritually. Fast in some small way if you can. Pray with simple words. God, show me truth. God, give me courage. God, protect what is mine. These short prayers line up the unseen forces to work on your behalf. Do not let pride keep you from prayer. Humility is your ally. Now, if your soulmate is reachable, do not rush to accuse. Begin with a single sentence that opens room. I need to hear something from your heart. Truth, nothing hidden. Give them space to speak. If they start to confess and crumble, offer a steady hand, not a falling sword. Saintly rage is not the answer. Sanctified wisdom is. There will be signs of protection appearing. A friend who suddenly supports you. a lawyer's advice that makes sense, an unexpected message that warns you in time. These are angels working through people. Receive them. Do not isolate. Heaven often pours through human hands. Listen for a repeated phrase, a line that returns to you from dreams or from songs on the radio. That repeated phrase will be the secret key to confirmation. When it shows, record it. Share it with someone you trust in the spirit, not with the first critic who delights in drama. Now, a firm instruction from Michael: do not erase evidence. Do not delete messages. Do not burn papers. Do not throw away the things that seem small. Heaven uses these small things as anchors. Preserve them, because they will be the proof that redeems and restores. There will be moments of testing in the next 7 to 14 days. A tempting offer may come that seems to smooth everything over. An apology too quick, a payment too generous, a plan that asks you to forget. Do not accept the quick repair. Quick fixes are often veils. Ask for time. Allow clarity to settle. If something is offered to hush the truth, treat it as suspicious, not as a miracle. If your soulmate confesses and asks for forgiveness, see if repentance is joined with change. True repentance is visible. It rearranges life, not just words. Ask for proof in character, not just promises in speech. Heaven honors consistent change more than eloquent apologies. There will likely be a boundary to set, a person who must be kept at a distance for the sake of your future. This is not cruel. It is holy. Michael says, boundaries are the fences God gives to protect his garden. Set them with prayerful intention and a heart that wants restoration, not revenge. Do not fear the exposure of truth. Truth once spoken tends to heal faster than a secret that rots in silence. The moment of revelation is a painful incision that, when tended by mercy, blossoms into new life. A subscription message woven in prayerful flow. If this message is reaching your heart and aligning your spirit, consider staying close to this channel of words, not for drama, but for direction. There will be more confirmation sent this way. Stay soft and alert to hear them. Heaven will confirm the path with one decisive sign, a symbol, a repeated name, or a meeting that could not have been planned. When that sign comes, act with wisdom. Do not leap without counsel. Do not stay without evidence. Let heaven and earth agree before you move. Remember this: forgiveness is not always immediate reunion. You may forgive and still choose distance until change is proven. Forgiveness clears your heart. It does not necessarily reopen every door immediately. Let wisdom steward your mercy. If your soulmate truly repents and rebuilds, your union can become stronger than it was before. Trust that God can rewrite your story so that the very place of pain becomes a place of power. Many sacred unions are forged in the fire of truth and then tempered into something unbreakable. But if deceit remains after the truth is spoken, then Michael instructs: walk away without malice, leave with dignity, protect your destiny. Walking away does not mean you failed. Sometimes leaving is the sacred preservation of what God intended for you. In all this, keep a journal. Write dates, times, names, and impressions. From this journal, a pattern will emerge that heaven will use to guide you. Paper is a friend to memory. Record what you see. When you are overwhelmed, return to one sentence. God, show me the way. Repeat it until peace comes. Peace is the compass of truth. If what you discover brings fear without peace, step back and pray again. If what you discover brings peace with clarity, move forward. Your soulmate's truth will widen into a path of restoration. If both of you choose honesty now, if only one chooses it, then the path will be different. Perhaps healing alone, perhaps a new destiny. Either way, God is with you, and Michael stands as guardian at your side. Now, close your eyes and breathe slowly. Ask for one small sign tonight: a dream, an image, a repeated number, a name on a page. When it comes, do not dismiss it. Receive it. That small sign will be the thread that stitches the next scene. You are not alone. Heaven is moving on your behalf. You are selected for this revelation because you are strong enough to carry it and gentle enough to steward it. Do not let pride or rage ruin what mercy can heal. Hold these words like a lamp in your hand as you walk the coming days. They are not the final verdict, but the beginning of a path that leads you toward truth, protection, and if it is God's will, a restored union more real and holy than either of you imagined. Stay awake, stay prayerful, and when the sign arrives, when the name is mentioned, the number repeats, the proof appears. Act with courage and with God's wisdom. Michael stands behind you, sword lowered, but ready. God's hand is over your life, patient and powerful. You are chosen. You are watched.